Kick off your shoes and step onto the grass. Feel the soft life between your toes. The shade of a tall tree welcomes us in. The sky stretches wide, blue like a canvas. Close your eyes, hear nature whisper low. All the noise of the world fades far away. A green breeze on a hill made for daydreaming. Sunlight tickles softly on my closed eyes. In this dreamlike peace I could stay forever. Doing nothing feels beautiful enough. Clouds drift slowly like a wandering flock. Petals dance in the passing wind. Leaning on your shoulder, turning pages slow. Sleep comes gently, sweet and close. Log out of the busy world for a little while. Right here there's nothing but calm. A green breeze on a hill made for daydreaming. Sunlight tickles softly on my closed eyes. In this dreamlike peace I could stay forever. Doing nothing feels beautiful enough. Riding on a green breeze, we drift into a dream, a peaceful afternoon.
Yeah. Feel that warmth on your skin. Spring is finally here. Sunlight peeking through the linen curtains, painting patterns on the bedroom floor. I can feel the winter shadows fading. I don't need those heavy coats no more. Open up the window, let the air in. Everything is waking from a sleep. There's a magic in the way the light hits. A promise that the world is ours to keep. I can smell the jasmine in the distance, floating like a secret on the wind. Every breath is sweet with new existence. Let the melody of May begin. It's that golden honey morning breeze, yeah, blowing through the emerald leaves, yeah. Sweet gardenia in the air, running fingers through my hair, yeah. Everything is soft and bright, yeah. Bathed in that electric spring light. Walking down the street with no direction, just a rhythm in my steady pace, catching every floral sweet reflection on every smiling stranger's face. The sidewalks turning into a garden, petals falling down like scented rain. Every heavy heart begins to soften, watching out the winter and the rain. Can you feel it? The world is turning gold. Stories of the blossom yet untold, sweet as nectar dripping from the vine. Everything is perfectly aligned. Is that golden honey morning breeze, blowing through the emerald leaves. Sweet gardenia in the air, running fingers through my hair. Everything is soft and bright. electric spring light. Golden honey breeze, just keep on blowing, yeah, keep on blowing. Springtime love is here. The spring is rushing through the open pane, but I'm still stuck inside the winter rain. The city's dressed in pink and minty green, the brightest movie that I've ever seen. But I'm just staring at the empty seat, tracing shadows of the people that we used to meet. A frequency of bitter and of sweet. I'm driving lonely on a one-way street. I can taste the red wine on my breath, fighting off the memories of your death. Metaphorical. Every petal is a lingering word, the ones I said and the ones you never heard. Exhaling whispers of the vintage smoke, the ghost of every little joke we spoke. Sweetest fragrance drifting through the night, but I'm still looking for your faded light. Blow through the valley, blow through my mind, leaving all the golden days behind. Violet smoking half-filled glasses now. I'm trying to forget you, but I don't know how. The wind is like a conversation we once had, making me happy, then making me sad. No more longing for a louder space, just the ghost of kindness on your face. The ashes falling like the cherry blooms, filling up the hollow, empty rooms. Oh, let it stay in this hazy purple day. Spirit of the metal, soul of the light, watch the winter in my heart say goodbye. Exhaling whispers of the vintage smoke, the ghost of every little joke we spoke. Sweetest fragrance drifting through the night, but I'm still looking for your faded light. Blow through the valley, blow through my mind, leaving all the golden days behind. Wildflower smoke in the breeze, stay as you are. Spring is just a scar.
Yeah, let the fever sink in. Don't rush it. The atmosphere's a hazy shade of blue, tangled up in everything you do. Pollen's drifting like a velvet smoke, the winter's just a faded distant joke. I'm leaning back, my eyes are half asleep, drowning in a memory so deep. It's a frequency of silk and wine, moving slow and feeling so divine. Taste the nectar heavy on my tongue, like a song we haven't even sung. Every blossom's bleeding out its scent, knowing exactly where the winter went. Low whispers of the wildflowers sever, weightless heart light as a feather. Drunk on fragrance drifting from the wood, doing things a rebel spirit should. Flow through the valley, spill into the street, making every bitter moment sweet. Shadows dancing on the dash, curing every lonely winter crash. I'm intoxicated by the humid air, finding all the secrets hidden there. The wind is like a ghost against my skin, letting all the springtime fever in. No more longing for a colder place, when I've got the sun upon my face. Let it linger, let it burn, wait for the seasons to take their turn. Metal spirit, sky of indigo, watch the winter finally let go. The whispers of the wildflowers sever, weightless heart light as a feather. Drunk on fragrance drifting from the wood, doing things a rebel spirit should. Flow through the valley, spill into the street,
standing up again. I trace a circle with my thumb. Outside the cherry blossoms fall like snow before the spring has come. The barista hums a melody that I haven't heard in years, while the rhythm of the rooftop rain is whispering in my ears. And the world outside is turning blue, but in here it's warm and gold. Just a quiet corner for a soul with a story left untold. Oh, let the April showers stay, wash the dusty winter dreams away. With a latte in my trembling hand, I'm drifting to a distant land, where the coffee steam and petals meet on a rainy, lonely city street. A yellow raincoat flashes by, a splash against the pavement gray. I'm watching how the puddles ripple in their own chaotic way. I turn the page of a dusty book, but the words begin to blur. Everything is soft and slow, just the way we always were. Time is ticking on the wall, but it doesn't matter much at all. Let the clouds hang low and heavy now, I'll find my peace somehow. Oh, let the April showers stay, wash the dusty winter dreams away. With a latte in my trembling hand, I'm drifting to a distant land, where the coffee steam and petals meet on a rainy, lonely city street. Soft petals on the ground in the rain, I'm finally found, just me in the rain, just me and the rain. Can you hear it? The wind is singing. A soft vibration deep beneath the ground, something holy, something newly found. It's the way the pollen dust the light, turning everything to gold and white. I'm leaning back against the garden wall, listening to the silent nature call. It's a frequency of peace and grace, moving at a gentle, steady pace. I can taste the nectar on my lips as the sun through the valley dips. Every blossom opens up its heart. This is where the new beginnings start. Whispers of the wildflowers effort, making every heavy heart feel feather. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the wood, doing everything a spirit should. Blow through the valley, blow through the street, making every moment taste so sweet. Violet dreams and daisy-covered hills, curing all the winter's lonely chills. I'm intoxicated by the air, finding all the answers hidden there. The wind is like a silk against my face, wrapping me in such a warm embrace. No more shadow, soul of the sky. Watch the winter say goodbye. Whispers of the wildflowers effort, making every heavy heart feel feather. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the wood, doing everything a spirit should. Blow through the valley, blow through the street, making every moment taste so sweet. Wildflower whispers, like a frog's leap, so sweet, so light. Spring is alive. I stood in front of the mirror, thinking for a while. Tonight I'll wear the shoes I've been saving. Click-clack echoes in a light, playful rhythm, like the whole world's greeting me as I step outside. For slightly of flowers peeking out from every alley. Everything today feels like a scene from a movie. In the sound of my heels, I hear spring drawing near. My heart beats racing faster, like a jazz groove. In the distance I see you, waving at our spot. A perfectly timed day, just for me and you. Music flows through the fountain square. Every face is glowing with excitement. One bite of cotton candy melts into a smile. I can't hide this childlike feeling inside. Trumpets ringing through the bright open air. Our season begins right here, right now. In the sound of my heels, I hear spring drawing near. My heart beats racing faster, like a jazz groove. In the distance I see you, waving at our spot. A perfectly timed day, just for me and you. One step closer, I'm running to you. And this shining spring day. The clouds are hanging low and heavy today. The city's painted in 1,000 shades of gray. I'm sitting by the counter with a bitter brew, just staring at the entrance like I'm waiting for you. Then the bell rings out and the cold air bites, breaking through the glow of the indoor lights. And there you are, like a bolt of the sun, before the real spring has even begun. You're shaking off the water from your sleeves, like a sudden wind through the budding leaves. And I can't help but smile at the sight of a little bit of color in the middle of the night. You're the yellow umbrella in the great gray crowd, speaking to the silence when the rain gets loud. A splash of hope in a stormy sea, coming closer, sitting next to me. Yeah, the rain can fall. Let the sky turn black. As long as you're here, I'm never looking back. We talk about the books that we never read, and all the funny things that the neighbors said. The steam from our mug starts to intertwine, while the rain draws patterns in a jagged line. Outside the world is a blurry mess, but inside here it's a sweet confess that a rainy day is the best kind of date, when you find a little magic in a twist of fate. Who cares if the shoes get soaked through the leather? We're making our own kind of sunny weather in a corner booth tucked far away from the messy reality of a Tuesday. You're the yellow umbrella in the great, great crowd, speaking to the silence when the rain gets loud. A splash of hope in a stormy sea, coming closer, sitting next to me. Yeah, the rain can fall. Let the sky turn black. As long as you're here, I'm never looking back. Just a yellow umbrella in a world of gray. Don't let the rain go away. Don't let the rain go away.
Can you hear it? The wind is singing. There's a soft vibration in the atmosphere, something holy, something crystal clear. It's the way the pollen dust the light, turning everything to gold and white. I'm leaning back against the garden wall, listen to the silent nature call. It's a frequency of peace and grace, moving at a gentle, steady pace. I can taste the nectar on my lips as the sun through the valley dips. Every blossom opens up its heart. This is where the new beginnings start. Whispers of the wildflowers effort, making every heavy heart feel feathered. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the wood, doing everything the spirit should. Blow through the valley, blow through the street, making every moment taste so sweet. Violet dreams and daisy-covered hills, curing all the winter's lonely chills. I'm intoxicated by the air, finding all the answers hidden there. The wind is like a silk against my face, wrapping me in such a warm embrace. No more longing for the summer heat, when the springtime flavor is this sweet. Oh, let it linger, wrapped around my finger. Spirit of the meadow, soul of the sky, watch the winter say goodbye. Whispers of the wildflowers ever, making every heavy heart feel feather. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the wood, doing everything the spirit should. Blow through the valley, blow through the street, making every moment taste so sweet. Wildflower whispers in the breeze, so sweet.
was born for the winter only. The sunlight is too heavy on my skin. I don't know how to let the morning in. Watching all the petals drift and fall, like a message that I can't recall. The blue is far too blue, the green's too deep, while I've got all these winter debts to keep. It's a frequency of light and grace, and I'm just taking up too much space. I can smell the jasmine in the air, but I'm not really truly there. Every bloom is such a perfect sight. It hurts my eyes to see the light. Whispers of the wildflowers ever, but my hollow heart is never feather. A ghost-like fragrance drifting from the wood. I'd be a part of it if I tragically sweet. Violet haze and daisy covered dreams. Nothing's ever quite the way it seems. I'm intoxicated by the fear that the spring will leave me standing here. The wind is like a silk against my ghost, the one who's haunted by the things I love most. Don't tell me that the world is born again when I'm still searching for the end. Oh, let it linger until I'm just a fingerprint on the window of the sky, watching the winter say goodbye and wondering why. Whispers of the wildflowers ever, my hollow heart is never feather. A ghost-like fragrance drifting from the wood. I'd be a part of it if I only could. Slow through the valley, slow through the street. Everything is tragically sweet. Wildflower whispers, I'm just a creep in the bloom, too soft, too bright. Spring is beautiful, and I'm not. And I'm not. There's a soft white blur in the atmosphere, something hazy yet it's crystal clear. It's the way the petals dust the light, turning every road to pink and white. I'm leaning back into the driver's seat, listening to the quiet, steady beat. It's a frequency of mist and pearl, swirling all around this dreaming world. I can taste the cherry on the wind, forgiving everywhere that I have sinned. Every blossom opens
opens up its heart. This is where the silver visions start. Whispers of the falling petal rain, softly easing every winter strain. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the trees, bringing every spirit to its knees. Blow through the tunnel, blow through the park, light a candle in the fading dark. Powder dreams and pastel-covered hills, curing all the lonely quiet chills. I'm intoxicated by the view. Everything is looking strange and new. The wind is like a veil against my face, wrapping me in such a thin embrace. No more longing for a solid ground when the springtime's spinning all around. Oh, let it drift in this holy gift, spirit of the blossom, soul of the cloud. Sing until the silence gets too loud. Whispers of the falling petal rain, softly easing every winter strain. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the trees, bringing every spirit to its knees. Blow through the tunnel, blow through the park, light a candle in the fading dark. Petal soft whispers in the breeze, so sweet, so deep. Spring is asleep.
Yeah. 90 degrees of soul, springtime flavor. Check it out. I remember how the ice used to feel, but today the warmth is finally real. Step outside and leave the phone behind, see what kind of peace that I can find. The park is full of lovers on the grass, watching all the busy shadows pass. But the wind is telling stories to the trees, bringing everyone down to their knees. It's the lavender, it's the rose, heaven knows how the feeling grows. It's the citrus spark in the air, I can find the magic everywhere. That's the scent of an April afternoon, singing like a classic soul tune. Sweet and heavy, light and thin, underneath the surface of my skin. Let the breeze just carry me away in this floral holiday. Every breath is like a sip of wine, everything is tasting so divine. I see the tulips waking in the sun, knowing that the fun has just begun. There's a perfume trailing in your wake, more than any heart could ever take. It's the essence of the earth in bloom, filling up every single room. Don't wake me if I'm dreaming in this sea of green and gleaming, light as a feather, soft as a kiss. Nothing ever felt as good as this. That's the scent of an April afternoon, singing like a classic soul tune. Sweet and keep it breezy.
The sky is dressed in charcoal lace, hiding every familiar face. I slipped inside this wooden door to escape the heavy clouds that pour. The smell of roasted beans and rain is numbing every little pain. I find a seat beside the glass and watch the heavy morning pass. No need to rush, no place to be. The thunder's low-key symphony is calling out my name tonight. Underneath the dim lit light, can you hear the raindrops dancing on the awning? Better than any sun-drenched morning. It's a lo-fi beat for a heavy heart. Watch the city tear itself apart, but we're safe inside this paper cup. Never wanna wake this feeling up. I stir the sugar round and round, lost within the static sound. The radio is playing jazz with all the soul that April has. My reflection looks so strange and new in the droplets covered in the hue of neon signs and traffic lights, fading into misty sights. Let it pour, let it flood the street, while the bitter and the sweet mix together in my veins, breaking all the winter chains. Can you hear the raindrops dancing on the awning? Better than any sun-drenched morning. It's a lo-fi beat for a heavy heart. Watch the city tear itself apart, but we're safe inside this paper cup. Never wanna wake this feeling up. Dancing on the awning until the early morning. Raindrops keep on falling, raindrops keep on calling.
There's a spark of excitement in my hands on the wheel. A familiar bossa nova plays on the radio. Warm sunlight slipping through the forest of buildings. Anywhere feels right today. Maybe I'll just follow the road. Through my sunglasses, everything shines a little brighter. A gentle push on the pedal lifts my heart up high. Roll down the window, the afternoon begins to sing. Spring drifts in through my hair in the breeze, crossing the city, heading toward the green. Every moment I wanna hold, we just breathe. Sitting on a cafe terrace with an iced latte in hand, the clink of ice becomes a light-hearted rhythm. People passing by, dressed a little lighter now. The air mixed with flowers softly tickles my skin. Even if we don't rush, everything falls into place. Can you hear the sound of seasons changing with me? Roll down the window, the afternoon begins
drawer I left a winter light shirt falling on my skin. A quiet hum goes on before me, sweet air filling up the day. Soft wind brushes on my shoulder, the city wakes in green again. Cherry blossoms on a yellow mat, your laugh drifting like butterflies. We don't need to rush right now, time can wait outside. This afternoon feels like a gift left here just for us. Sunlight breaking on the river, little balloons up in the sky. Distant birds I've never named, slowly pulling me inside. All the worries fade behind the clouds. Right now it's only you and me. Cherry blossoms on a yellow mat, your laugh drifting like butterflies. We don't need to rush right now, time can wait outside. This afternoon feels like a gift left here just for us. In the spring breeze, our season flows slowly, slowly. We just walk. The world is rushing in a pastel lane, hiding all the traces of the rain. Dandelions whispering by the road, lightening everybody's heavy load. I'm just watching from a quiet seat, listening to the city's steady beat. A frequency of yellow and of green, the softest movie that I've ever seen. I can taste the sunlight on my lips as the shadow of the winter slips. Every petal knows a way to start, finding little corners in my heart. Slow whispers of the wildflower breeze, making every worried spirit ease. Sweetest fragrance drifting through the air, I can find the magic anywhere. Blow through the valley, blow through the street, making every tiny moment sweet. Violet memories on the grassy hill, curing all the lonely winter chill. I'm intoxicated by the peace, watching all the noisy trouble cease. The wind is like a letter from a friend, telling me it's not the journey's end. No more longing for a louder place when I have this kindness on my face. Oh, let it stay in the sun. spring is just love.
City veins, washing off those winter stains. Headlights catching on the glass, watch the velvet shadows pass. Leaning into every turn, watch the twilight colors burn. Silk and steel, it's how it feels. Finally the touch is real. Taste the magic on my tongue. The night is only getting young. Every tulip opens up, feel the spirit in my cup. Whispers of the neon tulips, secrets on your glossed up lips. Sweet, this rhythm from the street, moving to this groovy beat. Roll the window, let it fly underneath the purple sky. Electric dreams and violet lanes, curing all the daily pains. Intoxicated by the glow, places only we would know. Scent like wind against my face, wrapping in a cool embrace. No more longing for the light, the groove is staying bright tonight. Let it shimmer, let it float in the golden glimmer. Go, spirit of the city, soul of the wheel. Love is all we're gonna feel. Whispers of the neon tulips, secrets on your glossed up lips. Sweet, this rhythm from the street, moving to this groovy beat. Roll the window, let it fly underneath the purple sky. Neon whispers, so chic, so chill. Spring is the night, keep it still.
The sun is bleeding through the cracked windshield. Secrets that the frozen ground won't heal. I see the shadows stretching long and thin. A lonely war I'm never gonna win. Leaning back against the worn out leather, searching for a reason in this weather. It's a frequency of rust and bone, driving through the flowers all alone. I can feel the pollen in my lungs, like a bitter song on 1,000 tongues. Every petal is a heavy stone in this garden that I never known. Loud whispers of the wildflower storm, keeping every broken spirit warm. A jagged fragrance drifting from the pine. Everything is yours, it's never mine. Sink into the valley, sink into the dust in this blooming light. I find no trust. Ghostly dreams upon the asphalt road, empty seats in a heavy silent load. I'm intoxicated by the dark, chasing after every stories I've been told. No more longing for the morning light when the spring is just a darker night. Of the wildflower storm, keeping every broken spirit warm. A jagged fragrance drifting from the pine. Everything is yours, it's never mine. Sink into the valley, sink into the dust. In this blooming light, I find no trust. Let the winter stay.
So sweet. Can you smell that flavor in the air? The sky is wearing shades of powder blue, and I'm just catching vibes and thinking of you. The cherry blossoms drifting like the snow, but warmer than the winter that we know. I find a bench beneath the willow tree, watching how the world sets itself free. Every branch is reaching for the glow, watching all the hidden colors show. The air is tasting like a sugar dream, flowing like a slow and steady stream. I'm drowning in the fragrance of the bloom. There's no more space for any kind of gloom. Velvet petals dancing in the wind. Tell me where the summer might begin. Sugar-coated whispers in my ear. Spring is the only language I hear. Sweetest perfume, wild and free, blowing through the soul of me. I close my eyes and let the warmth take over, walking through the fields of purple clover. The scent of lilac follows where I go, a symphony that's moving soft and slow. No pressure on the clock, no place to be, just the nectar and the honeybee. Nature's got a rhythm of its own, in the prettiest garden I've ever known. It's the sweetness, it's the light, everything is shining bright, from the roots up to the sky. Watch the spirit fly so high. Velvet petals dancing in the wind, dancing in the. Tell me where the summer might begin. Sugar-coated whispers in my ear. Spring is the only language I hear. Sweetest perfume, wild and free, blowing through the soul of me. Dancing in the wind, so sweet, so velvet. Just let it breathe. Springtime soul. Mm.
There's a golden haze in the morning air, sifting through the tangles of my hair. It's the way the pollen dances slow, watching all the garden secrets grow. I'm leaning back against the rusty gate, listening to the birds negotiate. It's a frequency of wood and vine, everything is falling into line. I can taste the honey on my breath, waking up the earth from winter's death. Every blossom opens up its heart. This is where the simple stories start. Whispers of the dandelion dust, in a world that we can finally trust. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the pine, everything is tasting just like wine. Blow through the canyon, blow through the field, everything the frozen ground has healed. Yellow dreams and clover-covered paths, forgetting all the winters I see wrath. I'm intoxicated by the sun, knowing that the journey's just begun. The wind is like a hand against my cheek, giving me the peace I used to seek. No more longing for a distant place, when the springtime's right before my face. So let it stay in this perfect day. Spirit of the soil, soul of the rain, healing every little hidden pain. Whispers of the dandelion dust, in a world that we can finally trust. Sweetest fragrance drifting from the pine, everything is tasting just like wine. Blow through the canyon, blow through the field, everything the frozen ground is healed. Dandelion whispers in the breeze, so warm, so light. Spring is just right. The sky is bleeding in a dusty gold, stories that the winter never told. Shadows stretching long across the dash, watching all the fleeting moments flash. I'm leaning back into the velvet gloom, while the cherry blossoms start to bloom. It's a frequency of smoke and wine,
is tangled yet divine. I can taste the twilight on my skin as the evening starts to settle in. Every petal is a silent cry underneath the heavy amber sky. Deep whispers of the wildflower breeze, bringing every restless heart to knees. Darkest fragrance drifting from the wood, doing things a lonely spirit should. Sink into the valley, sink into the street, where the bitter and the honey meet. Indigo dreams on the gravel road, carrying a heavy secret load. I'm intoxicated by the night, finding comfort in the fading light. The wind is like a velvet dark embrace, tracing every line upon my face. No more longing for the morning sun when the magic's only just begun. Oh, let it stay in this hollow golden day. Spirit of the garden, soul of the dust, in this fading